Hi everybody and welcome back for another Zoom tutorial. So this one is a fun tutorial because if you've covered all the basics and you know how to set up meetings and manage your participants and mute and unmute everyone and share your screen and audio, then it's time for the more advanced but also more fun stuff. For example, to change your background. So this is what we want to focus on today because most of us will be working from home like myself. And not everybody has the perfect background to teach or to be in the classroom, or maybe you're also just doing some other work and you have a Zoom call and you don't necessarily want people to walk in the background, or you don't necessarily want people to see what you have. So I want to show you how to change your background in this video. So as you can see, I've just started a Zoom call, but I'm just going to minimize the Zoom call. So I'm already in Zoom here. And I'm going to minimize my window, and you can see my desktop now, and you can also see that I have opened up the Zoom app, and this is what we need in order to change the virtual background. Okay, so I'm going to go to this icon here, okay, and I click on it. It's basically, it says my name here. And then you can see that the first option down here is saying settings. So you have to click on settings and a window pops up with all these different options here, from general to video, etc., and different things you can do here. Now I'm going to go down here to background and filters. So let's click on that, and you can see your video pops up again here. It's the same video that you would have in your Zoom call. You can see it's a duplicate basically of the Zoom call. And down here you have the virtual backgrounds. Now the virtual backgrounds are, at the moment it's selected to none. Obviously you can see this is my real background here, my beautiful bookcase. And then Zoom has already a couple of backgrounds that you can choose from. And you can literally just click on those. So you can see what happens now. There we go. I've got this lovely background here. There's one that is a little bit more nature-like. Looks like I've shrunk and I'm sitting like a grasshopper between some grass. This is a bit more spacey. And then these ones here are some where you actually have a moving image in the back. In the background. This looks lovely, Northern Lights, okay, or this one here. I think this would be very distracting for my students. They would just think of holidays and sunshine. And so I have uploaded a couple of my own photos just to show you what else you could do. This is one that I took in the autumn here. Looks lovely, but again, maybe a little bit strange if you're teaching. Now this one here I quite like. I got this actually off the internet. It's just a photo of a virtual, like of an office, and it's blurred. And I think this is quite nice because it looks like I'm sitting in an office. Maybe there's some sort of milky glass in between me and the rest of the office. But I think this is quite nice because only white is a little bit plain, but this one is nice and it's not distracting. I have also gotten a couple of other ones. This one here I think looks really cool just because I love interior design, and this is exactly something that I would like. So I quite like that one. Again, I don't think it's too distracting. This is another option here. It's not very good resolution, so I wouldn't go for that. In fact, I'm going to delete that here right now. And then this one here is literally a photo I took of upstairs in my house. And I think, again, this looks really nice. It's not too distracting. And again, this is good. My favorites ones are probably the blurry sort of office background, this one, or just that one. This is the one that I use most of the time. Okay, now you can see that sometimes, I mean, especially with hair like mine, it's maybe not as sharp always. So I think maybe if you've got short hair, you just need to get your straighteners out, ladies, to make sure they're clean edges. It probably works best this way, but it is fairly good. I'm just going to make my image big and close this. You can see it a little bit bigger. So I think everything apart from maybe this side of the hair. You can see also if I move it, sometimes you can see the actual background coming through, but it is pretty good. Depends a little bit on your laptop. Some older laptops are not very good at removing the background and replacing it without a green screen. Now I do have a green screen, I'm just too lazy to put it up, and I think it also works quite well without one, but I do have a very new laptop. So it might not work for you, in which case try and sit in front of a plain background. It's probably easier to remove it this way. If not, you could buy yourself a green screen. They are very cheap. You can get them for $15, I would say, or 15 euros or maybe 20 euros. They're just like basically a green sheet, very big, and you can just hang it up behind you and that would do the trick. Okay, so basically this is just how you can select a virtual background. And I think it makes for quite a nice experience for the students, especially if you maybe have, you know, quite an untidy background, or you think, oh, this is too personal. I don't want my students or my boss or whoever you're Zooming with to see this. So you can just change it in an easy way. So I hope this has been helpful, and just try it out and give it a go.